Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm absolutely thrilled that you are here with this free session to live your best life to manifest your dreams. It means that you really did feel, is this all there is? I'm going to share with you some concepts and some possibilities for you and show you what it is that I've been able to manifest now that I've learned these skills and tools. The whisper. Most of us have felt that whisper. We've felt that, is this all there is? We've been yearning for something more. And I know that there can be more. There has been more for me. The whisper isn't the problem. It's your soul calling you. It is your intuition calling you. Hey, remember me? What did we come here to do? And you answered it. And you're here watching this video about the session and truly how you can absolutely transform your life. So here's what we're going to do today. I'm creating a community because the journey is so much more powerful when we're not alone. And I'm going to teach you the foundation of how manifestation actually works. Not the woo-woo fluff, but the real energetic science behind it. And then we're going to do a practice together, something that will raise your vibration immediately. So I hope that you participate. This will be a membership where we will be doing practical things together. It's not going to be a webinar where I teach you. I will teach you a component of a concept, and then we're going to work on it. We're going to delve deep into it. We're going to be ongoing to carry your manifestation dream forward. So if you're ready, let's go. Live your best life, manifest your dreams. I never believed it was possible for me to be living the life I'm living now, years ago. I was very unhappy in my marriage, and so I started spending thousands of dollars to figure out what was going on with us. I met my husband at 16, married him at 18, thought he was my Prince Charming, and finally there was somebody for me, and that we would be married forever. But unfortunately, it was like he was behind this glass wall. I could see him, but I couldn't get to him. I couldn't engage with him. He was, even when I met him, he was a very quiet person. He didn't talk much. And, you know, as the years went on, it just wasn't enough for me. There was no emotional connection between us. We were great people, same values, same morals. We both worked hard, but the lack of emotional connection for me was devastating. And I often felt stuck, trapped, powerless. I just didn't know what to do how could I figure this out? How could I get the life that I desired? He was a complete mystery to me, and I'm pretty sure I was to him as well. I started to really start to grow myself. I read marriage manuals, I read self-help books, I went to workshops, and I started looking for spiritual concepts. And so after 35 years, when I could no longer believe in the possibility that we could ever get there, I left the marriage. And that's when I found the Enneagram personalities. And it gave me the answers to why can't I figure us out? We were two great people, and yet there was such a distance between us, such a lack of communication. And when I learned that my personality type is all about connection and communication, no wonder I was so stressed out in those 35 years. So after I found the Enneagram, which is a very advanced personality model, it's based on scientific data, which is freakishly accurate if you find your home type accurately, and I can help you do that. It absolutely changed my life. It changed, it was the biggest aha moment when I read my own personality profile. How could they know that much about me? Everything resonated with me, and it was like, oh, I didn't know that's what people valued in me. I didn't realize that my personality was formed by the age of 7 to get to get loved the way I need. And when that isn't when we're searching for that sort of thing to be loved, that's when the personality pattern starts. We form beliefs about ourselves that in order to be loved, we need to be a certain way and act a certain way and play a certain role. And that's what forms the personality, is those patterns and beliefs. Except we are stuck in our 7-year-old stuff as we grow as adults. And when you learn about your patterns and see the 9 levels where you can actually become the best person you can be, it absolutely was life-changing for me. And that's why it is the basis of all my coaching. It is helping couples come together. I have coached couples where they came to me and said, "You are our last hope. We've been to therapists, and they go out of there with understandings that it's okay for us to be different. I now understand why you leave the cupboard doors open, or I now understand why you need to go away in an argument and you won't stay there and talk it out. You need to go away and think about it and come back." There's just so many insights that you can learn about yourself, about your partner, people at work. Everything in your life absolutely shifts when you have this understanding, this deep understanding of yourself, and knowing how to love yourself completely, and understanding other people and their patterns as well. I love reality TV because it's all about personalities, and it's right by the book. Each personality says things and reacts in a way that it is, for me, easy to understand what their personality is, how they think, feel, act, react, and why, and how they could become the best person they could be if they only could learn this amazing model. So enough about the Enneagram. So I also started taking manifesting courses. And this is where I'm living currently in the winters, on a beach in Mexico. This is my beach, and this is a picture I took the other night. Did I ever believe this was possible years ago? I don't think I did. This all started when my pickleball friends were going south for the winter, and I'm single, I don't have a lot of money, I don't have anyone to go with. And a friend of a friend called me up and he said, "I hear you want to go to Mexico and you want to go on a trip." I said, "Oh man, I'd love to." He said, "I have a condo on the beach in Puerto Morelos. I'm going to rent that to you for $100 Canadian per person per week for 2 weeks." How did that even, that's way more than I even believed possible. That was way more than was on my vision board. I had this little picture of being on a beach in Mexico. Wow, that really started to show me that my manifesting was working. And then a friend invited me down here. I said, "I'm going to come back and get my own condo." And everybody said, "You'll never be able to do that. It's always rented." But I sat here in the courtyard and I could feel my vibration. And I said to myself, "No, I'm going to be able to get back in here." And I did. And that was the first year. And now this is my 5th year. So it's actually proved to me that manifesting does work. I also sold my house for the top one, or the bottom one on the right is the house I had on my vision board. And the one just above it is the house I bought. And both of them was, I wanted an adult community. I wanted a end unit. I wanted it to be sunny, walkout basement. There were a couple other things. They're almost identical to the tree out front. And the house that I was living in at the time, I sold that for $45,000 over what many, many, many realtors told me I would never get. It was sold in 3 weeks in a very repressed market. When I started to learn these tools, I thought, this is really working. And then I had a friend from a pickleball community said, also on my vision board, by the way, I wanted to go to Italy and Croatia. And so this friend calls me up and he said, "I'm putting a group together and we're going to go to Italy. And you see that picture up in the top left. And we're going to rent this villa. We're going to stay there, the 10 of us. We're going to hire a cook and we're going to take trips out from this. Then we're going to go to Venice, which is the picture down in the bottom left. And after that, we're going to go to Croatia." And just like that, I didn't figure out the whole how. I didn't have to spend a minute planning it. I just put it on my vision board and the universe brought it to me. So the energy principle, everything is energy, including you. Everything is energy. And science has proved this. You are not a solid being. You are energy vibrating at a specific frequency. Here's the game changer. What you vibrate at determines what you attract. And so, just like a radio channel, if you're emitting, if your thoughts are on a negative radio channel, you will be transmitting and receiving negative vibes. If you switch over to another channel, positive channel, positive vibes, your vibration goes up, your frequency goes up, and that is the frequency to manifest. So we're sort of like magnets. We are energetic beings. And so when we emit that negative charge, we attract more negativity. If we're emitting positive, we will attract more positive. It is science. And so we create our life minute by minute by the choices we make from our thoughts. Life is a mind game. And the only way you change your situation with a different outcome is to shift your thoughts, create new patterns, raise your vibration, and manifest your dreams. So here's a cool little, this is a really cool little diagram. And this is about emotions, because emotions are what runs our frequencies. So if we're down here, if we're down in guilt and jealousy and insecurity and anger and worry and impatient, we are on that lower vibration and we are going to attract things to us. But we go to more positivity, more contentment, hopefulness, enthusiasm, happiness, eagerness, empowerment, and joy. That's when you know that you're on the vibration to attract. This complex that I'm in has beautiful grounds, and I play pickleball. We have our own pickleball court, which is another passion of mine. And so as I'm walking out to the court, I'm thanking the bushes that are so beautiful, that are flowering, the trees, the grounds, the caretakers of it. It brings me such joy to be around beauty. And I can feel the feeling of joy is the highest vibration there is. It's like there is a hum to it. It's like, that's when we begin to manifest. That's the time to put out your manifestations. So here's the manifestation formula. It's clarity plus vibrational alignment, inspired action, trust, and that's manifestation. So let me break this down. Clarity. You need to know what you want, and it cannot be vague. I want to be happy. Well, what is happy? Happy isn't, what's the word? The word's not coming to me, but you know what I mean. It's not specific enough. When I put on the vision board, I want to travel to Italy and Croatia. That was specific. I want to meet a partner who values adventure. Be very specific, and we're going to be working on this when we're doing our manifesting vision statement. Vibrational alignment. You need to raise your frequency to match the frequency of what you desire. If you want abundance, but you're actually talking about scarcity and you're in scarcity and you're living scarcity, you are going to attract more scarcity to you. Inspired action. Manifestation isn't just positive thinking or putting it out there. You have to take action. It's inspired action that feels aligned and exciting. That's why The Secret didn't work. A lot of people got excited. They created their vision. They put it out there, and then they waited for the vision to come to them. But you need to be doing the work all along. You need to maintain your frequency, putting your vision out there, reading it often, My vision board was right beside where in the morning where I put my makeup on. So unconsciously, I would glance at it. I hope this is starting to make sense for you. Some of the common blocks, this is where people get stuck. If you are attempting to manifest out of lack, I want money because I don't have enough. If you are not having enough of love, not having enough of everything, what you're going to manifest is not enough. The universe is like a mirror for you. It's going to mirror back to you what you're putting out. Fear, worry, anxiety. If you're putting out there, I'm so grateful that abundance is flowing to me, that's high energy. If you if you see things in a positive light, I'm so grateful that I have money to pay my rent every month. I'm so grateful that I have money to buy my groceries. I'm so grateful. And part of our manifesting process is we are going to be doing mantras about gratefulness. Gratefulness is the highest vibration and way to manifest. Many try to control the how. I'll only manifest this, but only if it happens in this exact way. Well, that's going to block it. How do you know that the universe isn't going to bring you something better? Possibilities. It sure did for me. $100 Canadian per person per week for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. That was beyond even what I could even believe possible at that time. Maybe we don't always need to believe it's possible, but we can put it out there. So we're going to do our first vibrational practice. And so let me, so we're going to do our first vibrational practice. So I'd like you to get comfortable. Feet flat on the floor, or however it is that you feel really relaxed and comfortable. I'd like you to soften your gaze, close your eyes. Now we're going to start breathing. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it, and exhale out through your mouth with a sigh. Do this a couple more times. In through your nose, hold it, out through your mouth with a sigh. This calms down your energy system, relaxes you. And now I'd like you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. I want you to take a couple more breaths. Really connect with that hand on your heart. As you're breathing, breathe from your heart. Good, good. Now I want you to think of something you're grateful for. Something that genuinely makes you feel warm inside. Maybe it's a person. Maybe it's a loving pet. Maybe it's a memory. Maybe it's a place. Got it? Just hold that in your awareness. Now I want you to feel gratitude. Not just think about it, but feel it. That hand on your heart, feel the gratitude. Feel your heart expanding. Maybe the gratitude is in a different part of your body. Where is it? Does it have a shape? Does it have a sound? Is it emitting a vibration? Something you feel with joy. I want you to take a minute and connect with that joy. that happiness. Feel it vibrating in your body. Good. Stay with that feeling. Let it expand. Breathe into it. This feeling, this is high vibration. This is the frequency of abundance, of joy and manifestation. Now, from this vibration, this grateful, abundant feeling, I want you to visualize one thing that you want to manifest. See it clearly, but just don't see it. Feel it. Feel what it's like to be in that visualization. You are the person in this visualization that's come true. How would it feel to have this thing you're visualizing? To be living in this reality? What does it feel like to be living in this reality? Stay with the feeling. Hand on heart, breathe into it. Expand it outward. Going to give you a minute or two to be in that visualization of what you're visualizing and creating. This is you aligning with the frequency of your desire. You're becoming a magnet for it right now. Now take a deep breath and say silently or out loud, this or something better is manifesting now. I trust it. I receive it. It is done. It is done. It is done. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and come back into the room. Wow, can you feel the energy shift in this space? How do you feel? This is what we're going to be doing together, a very in-depth vision statement for health, wealth, relationships, time and travel, fun and adventure. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be something that you're going to be working with on an ongoing basis. And so in the membership, in the ongoing membership, we're going to be working with many things. We're going to be doing Enneagram personality discovery based on the scientific data that's freakishly accurate. You're going to come to know yourself fully, love yourself deeply. This is going to drastically improve all your relationships. You're going to discover, who am I? How do I feel emotionally loved? What is my value to the world? We're going to go up the levels of consciousness so you can become the very best person you can be. I will tell you that the Enneagram was life-changing for me. When I read my biography, it was like a whole new world opened up to me. And I love reality TV, so I watch lots of reality TV because personalities are just patterns of behavior. And there are different levels of consciousness to them, but I can pretty quickly figure out the different personalities, understanding what their emotional needs are, what they're looking for to be loved, how they're acting and reacting. It's a fascinating study, and we'll be doing quite a bit of that. We're going to be working on relationships, learning new loving skills, how to love, be loving, attract love, how you can re-engage, reconnect, and rejuvenate your relationship. I've worked with couples who, I work on personality couple dynamics when people come to me and their relationships are, they're in distress. I had one couple come to me and say, you're our last hope. We've been to therapists, and if this doesn't work, we're done. And in about 3 or 4 sessions of teaching them their personality couple dynamics and how to love each other through their personalities, which is much deeper, they went out of there with a sparkle in their eye. Another couple, they had a breakup. He came to me and says, tell me what I need to do, and I'll do it. And he's an 8 personality. They often don't come looking for help, but he really wanted to save this relationship. There are testimonials on my website for some of these. It doesn't take a long time of coaching and therapy for any dynamics, any challenge you have with siblings or parents or whatever. I have helped people through challenging situations and clearly clearing up a lot of issues from a more empowered position. Release and reframe lack patterns, those limiting beliefs that are the malware that's running in your subconscious. We're going to create new beliefs, less stress and worry, feeling more empowered, more conscious living. Spirituality. I'm going to be teaching you spiritual concepts about, why is this happening to me? That's the victim perspective. The spiritual perspective is, what can I learn from what's happening with me in this challenge now? How can I grow through this? Everything happens for a reason. There are no accidents. For me, the spirituality helps me make sense of life. And instead of staying stuck in some of these situations that become life patterns, I can move myself out of them quite quickly. Vibrational energy, we talked about that in the law of attraction, manifesting magic, the fundamentals and science of manifesting, and more fun and adventure. Don't we all just need that so much more? I've created a life where I have a lot of fun and adventure now. It's because I don't limit myself or put myself in a box. And people who follow my Facebook page will say, you're so lucky you have a great life. Well, it's not luck. I created this life through consciousness and consciousness of what it is I desire, what I want more of, and then it just keeps rolling on and on. So I love country music, and one of my passions is country dancing, not line dancing, country dancing, 23 spins in a row. I live through my passions nowadays, pickleball and dancing. There's a country song that says, you better chase your dreams because your dreams aren't going to chase you. Are you dreaming? Have you given up on your dreams? See, a lot of people are afraid to dream because if they don't come true, I'm just going to be disappointed again. Do you see that going back down into the victim state again? Do you feel the energy and the negativity and the lower vibration? Dreams are what it's all about. Who knows what's possible? So I created this community because I've taken many, many courses and I've come out, whoop, whoop, I'm all excited and, oh man, I'm going to change the world and I'm going to have all this. And then week 1 and then week 2 and then week 3. And I had someone tell me recently that, you taught me this before and I didn't keep it going. And now I realize this is what I need. I need ongoing support. This is going to be a space where it's like-minded women, 50 plus, a sanctuary for your spiritual evolution and transformation. You're going to be surrounded by kindred spirits who are also searching to live their best life. So here's my promise to you. If you are willing to invest in yourself, to do the work of changing your mindset and raising your consciousness, you will have a happier life, more connected relationships, and a lot more fun and adventure. Took me years to learn these concepts. Stuck for 35 years, powerless, stuck, trapped in a victim perspective. Now we're actually in a very good place. We've worked through our stuff, my ex-husband and I, and it was okay afterwards, but there were still some lingering things that we've just recently cleared up as well. And it feels wonderful. Those old victim statements are gone. Now I feel powerful. And I've created this life where I thrive, spending my life here in Mexico, living my dream life. This is where I'm living. Never believed it would be possible. I don't have a lot of money, but I think outside the box now. I rent my house out in Calgary. I do other things to make money so that I can be down here on my beach and still doing what I love, teaching you that there is more to life. There is more to possibilities. So there's a limited time on this introductory offer. It's only $47 a month. We're going to meet twice a month. It's going to be a monthly membership. But there's lots on my website under the membership. It's going to be ongoing growth. It's going to be ongoing growth. I'm going to teach you everything I've learned by spending thousands of dollars on my personal development throughout the years. I even went and took courses from Jack Canfield of the Secret Self-Esteem Facilitating Seminar. Dr. David Daniels, who was the director of psychiatry at Stanford, is who trained me on the Enneagram. And I have so much to share with you. If I changed my life, you can too. Hey, Natalie, how did you find the meditation and did you get something from it?
Yeah, actually, I found the meditation was actually really good. It immediately took me to a very clear vision. So I actually saw myself in my home studio. I was teaching a full classroom, and there was a waiting list. It was actually more detailed, I think, than it has before, and a good, really good reminder to kind of like when you put me in that feeling of, find the one thing that really, and then get into that feeling, it really does help you visualize that feeling. And I think that's what led to the true vision of what I want to see happen.
So how did it
Get,
feel?
get
Like,
into
what
it.
was the feeling that you got when you started to see the vision?
It was peace, it was joy, it was, um, I don't know, it was very, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I want. It was excitement. It was, there was power in it. I don't know if
So,
power is
so
a feeling,
tell
but
me a little bit about what you're manifesting. What is your classroom and what is it that you do?
so I want to be teaching. It's kind of like an intuitive art.
I will be
And
teaching. I will be teaching.
see, go. Yeah, see, there you go. That's my problem right there. Or should I say I am teaching?
Yeah,
Did you say I will?
I was teaching. Yeah, you can say that. I was teaching.
Yeah. So yeah, or I will be teaching the cosmic smash booking and intuitive art form and kind of helping people deal with their emotions and their feelings in a productive way. And it's, there's a lot of benefits to it and everything. So it's purposeful work. It's actually doing something for someone. And I've always known that I wanted to be of service and make a difference for people. I'm, uh, my strengths are not hospital settings. Like I always thought I'd be a nurse once I started fainting all the time. That wasn't going to happen.
So what is your
So,
website? Do you have a website or a Facebook page and where are you located? And will you be doing online?
yeah, I will actually, I do have a Facebook page and a website. They're both Natalie Zartnuck, nataliezartnuck.com. And I will be actually I do teach in my home studio in Macomb, as well as I will be putting some Zoom classes on there as well. So it's kind of available all over.
So that's Lacoma, Alberta. Yeah, all right. Thank you so much for sharing your vision. This is what it's about. This is about creating the vision, feeling the emotion, the excitement, and then putting it out there with no expectations on time limit. All this and more. You want to say all this and more in the fastest possible timeline possible, and see what happens. I mean, it can happen tomorrow, or it can take a while. Just what we said in the manifesting principles is trust. Trust that it's on its way. You're in the process of, and then start becoming the person who's teaching those classes, who's loving teaching those classes, seeing your students thriving. That's what it's about.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well,
And yeah, very excited to be in this type of thing where you are held accountable, where you have that constant support, where you have those constant reminders until it becomes a successful habit. Not habit, I guess a change in.
a pattern.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
That
you know,
pattern.
I've changed my pattern so much that it's become my normal now. So that's what it's about. Over time, it will become your new normal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the program.
Perfect. Thank you.